So, Calvin, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Calvin Anderson, Rice football player, sophomore, mathematical economics major, and yeah, that's me.
So, Calvin, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Philadelphia. I moved to Texas when I was 4, moved to San Antonio. My dad was in the military, so we moved around a lot. And then we moved to the Austin area when I was in the middle school age. I moved to Westlake in high school, and I graduated from Westlake High School.
That's awesome. Did you like how your dad was in the military? Was it like cool?
Yeah, it was always cool him being in the military. Moving around a lot was less cool, but I mean, I guess I got to get to meet a lot of different people. But like him going to war a lot was not like the best because like I remember one of the earliest memories I have is of 9/11 in 2001 because my dad got a call and he actually had to leave that day. He left me, my
Wow.
mom, and my sister, and that was his first time in Iraq, and then he went again to Afghanistan like a year and a half later.
Oh, wow. That's
But
crazy.
yeah.
Um, did he play football?
Yeah, my dad played football. He played in the 90s. He played for West Point Army
Okay.
from 1992 to 1996. He played defensive back, and he's still salty because we beat Army like 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, I think.
Did you
So,
ever want
yeah,
to go to
that's
West
all.
Point like him?
I mean, when he told me that I could go to West Point for free, then I thought, yeah, that'd be live, but
Yeah.
it turned out I got a free education somewhere else. So
And are
I
you
think Rice
glad
is probably a better choice.
you're
Yeah,
glad
I
you
love
picked it?
Rice.
Yeah. When did you start playing football?
I think I started the very first time I played team football was in 3rd grade for a country, not a country club, for one of those little sports clubs like the neighborhood club, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've never changed positions. I've always played offensive line.
Offensive line.
So I played from 3rd grade, so I was maybe 7 or 8, something like that. It's been at least 10 years.
And did you mainly start playing because your dad? Like, was he kind of the one who wanted you to?
Yeah, I think that's what started it. That was actually my granddad played professional tennis, and
Wow.
so I've been playing tennis like my entire life, longer than football actually. But my dad, around that 3rd grade year, started getting me into all types of sports like baseball and football, and I even actually started playing the drums then. I played drums in high school too. But I started doing everything, but football I really picked up on, so I just kept on with it.
That's so cool. What about the Rubik's Cube? When did you start?
Oh god! So I started the Rubik's Cube when I was in like 7th grade, and it's so funny you bring that up because I just had the news people come by for this last game, which unfortunately we lost. We shouldn't have lost, but whatever. But we had the news people come up and they called me up before pregame meal to solve it for them because they put it on TV or whatever.
Yeah, I heard all about it.
A week before that, they did the Houston story. They did the little short story on me, which is kind of cool. But
That
I
is
started
so
in the
cool.
7th grade, and I just I don't know. I can't stop.
So, what is? Sorry, you kind of broke up a little bit there. But,
Okay.
But what? So, how many Rubik's cubes do you own?
I Jesse, how many Rubik's cubes do I own? I think I own over 20 Rubik's cubes of all different sizes.
Wow. And what's your favorite one to solve?
My favorite one is probably the 4x4, just because it's, I don't know, I just like it.
And how fast can you do it?
The 4x4 I can do in about a minute, maybe like a minute and a half.
Wow, that's awesome.
And the regular one that everybody does, like the little 3x3, I can do in like, I think when I did the story on me, I did it in like 20 seconds or 19 seconds or something.
That's so cool. So, did you do the one that, like the really, really big ones? How long does that normally take you? What are the dimensions of that one?
Like the very big one I have. Here, I can actually probably grab it. It's right here. Hold on. Yeah, it's close enough. This one is
wow,
7 7 and 7. So yeah, it's big.
So when you
I mean, this one might take me like 15 minutes to do.
so when you just like have them laying around, do you have them all solved, or do you like to leave them like unsolved so when you grab them you like solve
I
them?
like to leave them unsolved I like to leave them. Excuse me. I like to leave them solved because then I feel like I like they're completed. Like, and then whenever I want to like mess with one, I'll have somebody mix it up and start over. Yeah, like you, Jesse.
So on the video that the Rice people interviewed you, it said the Cube Master. Is that what people call you sometimes?
Oh my God, I actually never, I have not once been called the Cube Master, and I don't want to be called the Cube Master because
You don't want to be called the Cube Master?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess I could consider myself one, but I don't know. The Cube Master, I want to be known by more than just all the Rubik's Cubes. But yeah, it was kind of funny that they nicknamed me that. But
Yeah,
I think that was
I thought
just
it was
I think
cute.
that's just Kay Houston that wants to call me that.
So what about solving them behind your back?
Okay, yeah, solving behind my back is something I kind of picked up new. I don't think I mean like, because I know we were friends in high school. I don't think I ever really like could do that like consistently in high school. But since I've gotten here, we did a talent show for all the freshmen when I first got here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I need to do something like to spice it up. So I did my Obama impression, which you're probably familiar with.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I had been practicing, like trying to do it behind my back. And so I kind of mentally, like how I would do is I'd mentally take pictures of each side and then try to replay those pictures in my head while I was doing it behind my back. And I got good at it, so now I can do it.
That's so cool. What is your, or who bought you your very first one? Like ever?
Wow, my very, very first one. I think my dad bought me my very first one because he knew, like, he was the first person I told that I like wanted to know how to do it really well.
Right, right.
And then he just bought me one. He was like, "We'll figure it out," and then I did.
That's so funny. What are your greatest accomplishments in both football and the Rubik's Cube?
I would say in football, my greatest accomplishment is starting as a redshirt freshman. That was a big deal for me because when I got here really undersized because I was like, I mean, when we left Westlake, I was like maybe 235 pounds or something. I've gained like 50 pounds since I got here. And the best thing about it is like it's good weight. Like I'm not like a big slob.
Like it's muscle.
And yeah. And so I worked really hard my freshman year, and I got the opportunity to start, and now I'm a starter. And I think that was probably one of my biggest accomplishments, along with just being able to come to Rice and get a scholarship to play football. And biggest Rubik's Cube. I would say the biggest accomplishment for Rubik's Cube was probably getting like put on the news. Like that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't think it was that big a deal when I was in high school, but turns out it was.
Okay, so I have a final question.
Okay.
If you could pick one thing to do, would it be football or Rubik's Cube?
If I could pick one thing to do for the rest of my life?
Yeah, for the rest of your life.
Damn. Wow. For the rest of my life. I think if I was going to pick one thing to do for the rest of my life, only because it's the rest of my life, I'd probably say Rubik's Cube, just because I cannot play football, like if I'm really old, but like maybe I can still like move stuff if I don't have arthritis. But that's the only reason why. I do love football. I just think the cube a lot longer.
Yeah.
That'll be my reason why.
Well, thank you so much, Calvin.
Of course, Rim.
It was good to talk to you.
Always.